Welcome back. This is Gender Discourse, and today we are trying to ask whether women are the weaker sex as far as dress is concerned. Well, I think now I'll direct Indu's question towards Mubin, as she was talking about some kind of nation building as far as those smaller parts of India.
Yeah, I think Indu raised a very important point that it is very, and it is connected to my view that I raised earlier, was that it's very important to have women in representation of nation building. You know, if you want a politically and economically strong society, you need to have that. You need to have a women section who are more than half of the society, if you say, to have a progressive section of women in that and taking part in that. And I also connect this to the debate that we were having earlier, that stereotypes can't change. I mean, you see, there are also instances, and I know people, there are men who, there have been mothers who have left their children and gone, and the father has raised the children. And there are single fathers also. Maybe biologically they are not able to beget children, but they had that motherly affection, and the mother did not have, she left. So it's an individuality, individual character that is reflected there. It's not in general the male or female. And what is important is to realize that yes, women has been a weaker section when we talk about giving her opportunity. She has been weak because the society has not given her that opportunity. But despite that, she has proved herself. And in our present scenario, if you see Indian political scenario, like Desai ji was mentioning, we have Mamta Didi, we have Mayawati ji, we have Amma ji, and we have Auntie ji, Sheila Dikshit, and Madam President and Sonia ji, and opposition leader also, Sushma Swaraj. How can we talk about the weakness? Actually, it is the weakness of the perception of the society that is not giving her that opportunity. And I'm sure the women, despite all that, they have made their mark. So that will not be a hindrance. But it is time enough that the society realize, like we were talking about, the society will not give an opportunity, will not come to help. I think it is that awareness and that help we are talking about. The society has to realize that.
True. Very well said. But right now we have with us Ritu from Delhi. So Ritu, if you are there with me, shoot your question.
या मैम, नमस्ते मैम।
नमस्कार।
मैं इधर कंटिन्यूअस आपका प्रोग्राम देखती हूँ और आज के प्रोग्राम का जो टॉपिक है कि आज के प्रोग्राम का जो टॉपिक है वुमेन क्या कमजोर हैं, तो मेरा नजरिया है या मुझे लगता है कि ना वुमेन कमजोर हैं और नहीं मेन कमजोर होते हैं। दोनों ही कमजोर नहीं है, दोनों ही इक्वल हैं। पर कहीं कहीं कभी कभी वुमेन हो या मेन हो, जो अपने खुद के कॉम्प्लेक्सेस से घिरे होते हैं और एक दूसरे को डोमिनेट करने की कोशिश करते हैं, वो उसके तहत उसके मद्देनजर एक दूसरे को कमजोर साबित करने की या कमजोर करने की कोशिश करते हैं। और कमजोर ना दोनों में ही नहीं है।
थैंक यू सो मच रितु, आपने बहुत वैलिड एक बात कही है, एंड आई थिंक ऑल ऑफ अस ओवर हियर एग्री विद व्हाट शी इज राइट।
मैं उम्र का तकाजा नहीं लगाना चाहूंगा, लेकिन लगता है यंग बच्ची है, यंग बच्ची ने अपनी स्वयंभू स्टाइल में बड़ी अच्छी बात कह दी। और उसमें महत्व की बात मुझे लगता है ये है, जो मैं शुरू से ये सोच रहा हूँ कि हम ये स्ट्रेंथ का जो या वीक का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है ना, ये लाए हैं फिजिक्स से ना। तो फिजिक्स में भी अगर मेटल्स की स्ट्रेंथ जब नापी जाती है तो वो सिर्फ एक कॉन्सेप्ट पे नहीं होती है ना। कौन सा मेटल कितना वेट कैरी कर सकता है या कितना बर्डन कैरी कर सकता है, वो एक प्रकार की स्ट्रेंथ है। कौन सा मेटल कितना प्लायबल है, कितना मेलिएबल है, उसको कितना मोड़ा जा सकता है। और ये मैं उदाहरण बड़े खास इरादे से दे रहा हूं, क्योंकि मर्द कितना वजन कैरी कर लेगा, लोड कैरी कर लेगा, वो एक प्रकार की स्ट्रेंथ है। दूसरी प्रकार की स्ट्रेंथ है कि एक महिला या एक लेडी कितनी मेलिएबल होके, प्लायबल होके अपना जीवन संभाल लेगी या परिवार का जीवन संभाल लेगी। तो स्ट्रेंथ यूनिटरी कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है। तो हमें पहले तो चाहिए कि न सिर्फ इस प्रोग्राम में, लेकिन इस समाज में हम स्ट्रेंथ को यूनिटरी कॉन्सेप्ट से सोचना छोड़ दें। Let's so if I might take the liberty, the question that you have been putting to us 3 or 4 times, are women the weaker sex, is a bit misplaced and needs to be modified, and say there are varieties and varieties of strengths. Men or women or any one of us need to know which strength or weakness of mine I want to put to good use.
True. Paramjit, your comments on that?
Yeah, definitely. Means as a blanket statement, if we say that women are stronger or women are weaker, may not be right, but certainly on certain aspects women are stronger. they are emotionally very strong.
True.
I can say they can cope up with the stress better than men.
True.
I agree with that.
Tragedies better than
With
men.
the conditions, with pressures of at work,
Right.
at home, they can bear with more. Ultimately, we can say that Nari is a Shakti. Whenever a man or a woman is in crisis, they bow their head just before Durga Shakti or Lakshmi Ma or Kali Ma. So it's historically it's a Shakti. You can't deny that.
True. True.
So this is how. And about the coping mechanism, we can say that one needs to remove the fear, the women, and they feel confident. There are no boundaries for them before it.
Right. So, Shawnee, what would be your, what kind of mechanism do you advocate for women to especially cope with stress?
See, it is not about women how to cope with stress, it is for any individual. See, all through the debate I have been stating the same thing. It is for an individual, and for me individual means man or woman. Right? And I am very sure of this fact that a person, a man or a woman, if he has any problem and if he or she wants to solve it, he or she can do it. The strength which he requires can be borrowed, can be gotten. You can always have good friends, you can always find ways how to deal with those kind of stress. And it is so true for women as well as men.
Right.
What we are trying to do is that we all want that somebody else should do our work. There should be change in society. But first let us change ourselves.
Right.
Let us be strong ourselves. And then we should expect others to do their bit. And that is how I want to sum it. And it is not that women are strong or weak. They are equally strong, and I actually say that at most of the times they are the strongest sex.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, Mubin.
I would like to put it in a very simple way. It's that the whole notion itself, or the discussion that are women weak, is evolved from the fear factor. I mean, I would a little bit elaborate on the thing that you said. Fear factor, the fear of the sexes or the inhibitions that I know the other gender is going to, go beyond my expectations, and that arises. I think we have to check on the stereotypes, the prejudices, and the social male ascendancy that we have in the society. You have to really work on that, and it's not with all men. There are section of the society which we really need to work on that. Maybe it can take 100 years or 200 years. We still have, 2-3 days back I read a news that a woman was marked as a witch, and she was killed and she was eaten. So still in this context where politically women are getting independence and representation, we do have a section of the society that killed women by branding her witch. So we cannot deny from that fact. We have to work on that. The fear factor of the society has to be dealt, and I don't think women are weak. It is only the concept that is ingrained in the society to keep her away from a section of the society. But I think women have proved it, and she will prove it further also.
Right. But also, Mubin, don't you think that finally women must learn how to let go also? Like they're always trying to achieve something, always trying to be perfect in everything that we do, just as I introduced the program. Don't you think we need to really chill a little bit?
That's what that chill factor, I mean, you're right. You just see a child. The more you tell that child not to take that toy, the child would want that toy and would try to get that toy. But it's not the fact. The fact here is that she has, like I earlier said, she has been denied that representation. So it is, if a woman is choosing to sit at home, it's her choice. But if a man is stopping her to go out and do good in her professional life, I think that is wrong on the side of that section of the society.
No, it depends upon
I agree with her completely, especially about the issues of male ascendancy and the choice issue. You see, there is no exaggeration, I think, in saying that over the centuries, men folk together, it's not about any person or section or group, but men folk have ruled the world, ruled over women, to the extent that they have also set the rules and set the paradigms.
Yeah, that's true.
So provocatively, but you and your program team might want to take note that all of us have unanimously thrown the question out. That there isn't a question of weak or strong.
That's right.
It's about different weaknesses and strengths, like I said,
Right.
But I want to say 5 things and connect it
Very
with that
quickly.
very quickly. Coping, unshackle, as you said, chill out, unshackle yourself from these stereotypes, be aware of your strengths and weaknesses, even as a lady. 3, empower yourself. 4, negotiate appropriately. 5, exercise your choices if the society doesn't give you your choice.
Right, and we have a few more to add to that, where the tips as to how you can cope with stress, and before that, what are the reasons for women to be really stressed out. So let's take a look at these graphics now.
Problems of stressed women: money constraint, routine job, lack of appreciation, identification crisis, no leave, frustrations, conflicts, family pressures, personal tragedy, caring for old people at home. Tips to manage stress: laugh, sleep properly, eat a well-balanced diet, spend time with friends and family, spend some me time, develop a hobby, develop your spiritual side. Bureau Report, Lok Sabha Television.
Well, do keep those tips in mind, and I'm sure they'll come in handy. Well, so let me say thank you to all 4 of you for coming and talking about this topic with me as well as with my viewers. Well, friends, it's important to manage your stress in order to bring your mind and body back into balance. By adopting a positive attitude, learning healthier ways to cope, and changing the way you deal with stress, you can reduce its hold on your life. I hope that we've been able to help you recognize, evaluate, and finally deal with stress. It all depends on each one of us and our support system that we all know as family or friends, that we can deal with this problem effectively. On that hopeful note, this is Lottie Yalaric saying goodbye and take very good care of yourselves.